Happy. What is happy? Happy is feeling or showing contentment. Huffington Post reports that only 1 in 3 American adults, or 33%, are happy. All humans on this planet, no matter where they are, strive for happiness. That's always the ultimate goal. Depression, stress, and anxiety can stop happiness. 1 in 4 adults has a diagnosable mental disorder. 18% of them have anxiety, and 6.7% of the entire U.S. population has clinical depression. What are we going to do about it? Well, we need to approach mental health differently. We need to veer away from using medications that can be harmful, and clinical modes of therapy. We need to use art therapy and other therapies that will help us to get through our feelings, to get through it without medications with harmful side effects. 1 in 4 U.S. adults has a mental disorder. This makes us the most stressed generation on record. And what do? We throw pills at it. We need to do something different. We need to make a change. And that change is art therapy. Art therapy brings self-understanding, emotional change, and personal growth. And what that means is that as you do art, the more that you do it, you're going to bring out emotions you didn't even know you had down on paper, down on canvas. So you're going to understand yourself better and be able to grow and change in all facets of your life just because of the art that you've brought in and you're expressing yourself through the art. It's going to make a big difference. Now, I personally have bipolar disorder. So does my husband, so does one of my children, and so do many people in my family. So I personally know what it's like to go through this. I have a diagnosable mental disorder, and I've been through the gamut of medications and therapies. So I do know from personal experience. So change requires action. Action requires a plan. Plan requires thought, and thought changes everything. We have to actually take action on wanting to change, on wanting to switch from medication to art therapy. You have to take some steps to get to that result. Now, what can we do? We can research the medications we are taking, being prescribing, or know that people are taking. We can also create, do art every single day, no matter how. Just find a way and change. Stop taking the meds, switch completely to the art. So what harm can these meds cause? Well, some bad side effects from just antidepressants alone: suicide, suicidal thoughts, paranoia, nausea, headaches, the list goes on. They do more harm than they actually help people, which means that we have to make a change. PsychCentral.com says that 11% of Americans are on antidepressants. Of these 11%, 2/3 of them don't actually meet the qualifications to take those medicines in the first place, should not be taking them. And the use of antidepressants is actually up 400% over the past 2 decades. It's becoming an epidemic. We need to stop handing out pills like they're candy and start searching for other means of therapy and other means of helping people. So, like I said, I'm bipolar, and I've had medications that made me have suicidal tendencies, made me so sick I couldn't take care of my kids. They've all done too much harm, more harm than help, and that's why I've made the change myself. But they've just been horrible for me. So the definition of art therapy. Well, Margaret Naumburg first quoted in the 40s the term art therapy. And now you must have a master's degree in psychology to practice it, and it's practiced all over the world, and it's a wide-known form of therapy. Many people will say, well, I can't draw, I can't paint, I'm not good at art. No such thing as bad art. Art is all about the process. It's about getting those emotions out through the art, working through it. It's about growing emotionally and personally. It's not about the outcome, it's just about the process. I always say that about art, completely about the process. So, even though it's only been about 50 years since the first term art therapy was used, people have been using it forever. Van Gogh was bipolar, Michelangelo was obsessive compulsive, and artists like Pollock and Picasso had clinical depression. They all used art to work through their problems and as a form of therapy. So it's been going on for centuries, even though it's only been official the last 50 years. So what can we do? We can be open and honest. Mental disorders run in families, so we need to talk to our friends and family and talk to them about our disease, our mental disorder, and talk to them about art therapy and different forms of therapy that does not include harmful medications. So a couple of years ago, I switched from medicine to art, and I do art every day, even if it's a YouTube video, a quick doodle on a notepad, anything, and it's made such a big difference. I love not being on the medications, but also having an outlet from the daily stresses of life. It's been mind-boggling for me, just amazing. So we need to break our bad habits and make better ones. We need to not just trust that the doctor's going to give us the right pill for a mental illness. We need to seek our own treatment as well, such as art therapy. So getting rid of the pills and switching to better forms. So what can you do? Research the medication you're on or prescribing or someone is taking. Create art all the time, even if it's not official art therapy. Take a class, go on YouTube, and change. Make the change. Make sure that you know that you're not going to go to those pills or those clinical things. Switch to art therapy. Make that change officially. So what we're doing here is we're approaching mental health issues differently. We're talking about veering off of medications and switching to forms of art. It needs to be a different solution to this common problem. Harmful medications such as antidepressants haven't been around very long, but art has been around forever. People have been using art as a way of therapy for centuries. It's something that has been going on forever, and we need to take advantage of. So what can we do to be happier people? We can be the change we wish to see in the world. We can make that change, tell others about the change, spread the knowledge about it, and do art every day, and research those medications and know that what you're doing is going to be more help than harm.